Hey everyone. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of movies. But lately, it seems like every time I sit down to watch a new movie, I inevitably just spend the entire time trying to decide what movie to watch. And when I finally do decide, it's already too late to start the movie. And I've ultimately come to the conclusion that full length feature films are a dying medium. No one has the bandwidth to invest their time and stunted attention into watching a movie for 2 to 3 continuous hours anymore. There's simply too much content that we all feel obligated to consume on a daily basis, and not nearly enough time for us to consume it all. Which is why I've stopped watching movies altogether, and instead I've elevated the process of selecting a movie into its own new form of entertainment in its own right. And I gotta say, it really takes the edge off, knowing that I'm not actually intending to watch any of the millions of options available to me as I scroll endlessly through any of the proliferate streaming platforms that I continuously waste my money on each month, uh, like Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Prime Video. And now I can just sit back, relax, and passively watch the short clips and trailers that automatically play when I linger on a title that looks vaguely interesting. And to my satisfaction, trailers have actually come a long way toward becoming what I like to call ultra short films, condensing the narrative and excitement of a full feature length movie down into its most essential form that can be continuously uh, paid attention to for an entire 2 to 3 minutes. I'm really impressed by the way that you can watch some trailers nowadays and get the full story out of it. It really makes you feel like you've watched the whole movie by the end of it. And I feel like I can finally be conversant with my friends about all the new media that's coming out at an unrelenting pace these days, so that I can provide my unprompted opinion of a movie based solely on my initial impression from the trailer. Although I will say I am a bit of a stickler when it comes to spoilers. I really hate it when people give away the ending. I would really rather watch the trailer and surmise how the movie ends on my own, which, although it's not explicitly stated, is otherwise largely implied through context. Overall, the practice of only watching trailers uh, has dovetailed quite nicely with my other habits for more efficiently consuming media generally, such as only reading the headlines of news articles that come up in my feed and then making sweeping assumptions about its broader implications for society, only listening to 10 seconds of the chorus of the hottest new pop songs shared via TikTok, and judging people based solely on their superficial demographic characteristics, which, I know it sounds an awful like prejudice, but as it turns out, actually, according to various Twitter threads, of which I would only read the first tweet in the thread, apparently lumping groups of individuals into generic categories which one can refer to in a monolithic sense is perfectly acceptable in the mainstream parlance, and is in fact the exact opposite of prejudice, and its furtherance serves to ultimately combat prejudice in its myriad forms. But the trailer that I'm probably most excited for, hands down, it has to be the upcoming Dune 2021 trailer, which is set to be released in IMAX theaters on July 21st. I recently watched the 20-second teaser trailer advertising the full-length trailer, and I'm just so excited that they're finally doing a remake, because the trailer of the 1984 version of the film was just awful. I mean, I couldn't even get through the first 30 seconds, and it just didn't do justice to the Wikipedia plot summary of the Dune book saga.